So, Jenny, welcome. Everyone else that's here, welcome. It's kind of weird to me to do live in this way because I have a Zoom studio and on AgeDEFY Online, and in that Zoom studio, my students and I we talk before class. I know how they're feeling. I know who's there. I know what they need, and then I teach the class for them. And then after class, whoever wants to stick around and talk about it, we get to create a connection after class as well. So. Um, Being, just on this live and it's just me, I'll probably end up rambling a little bit. I apologize in advance. I do like to get feedback and when I say things to have that, interaction with other people. So this will take a little bit of me getting used to, but I just want to go ahead and get right into it today. Thank you for everyone that's here. I am planning a live session at least once a month, especially as we roll out new program ideas. As always, I always have new ideas, and why I'm a business owner and why I do the things I do is because I love to put my ideas into motion. I'm not saying that every idea I have works, but when I have an idea, I like to put it in motion and see what will happen. The whole idea behind AgeDEFY is to experience new movement, new results on a daily basis, basically. Or said, I really encourage everyone to do a new movement workout every day, and that's what AgeDEFY is all about. And that's what we're going to dive in deeply in starting in September here on Patreon. So I'm breaking it down. Last at the end of last season, we did a 90-day challenge. So we did 90 workouts in 90 days, and I had 3 people complete that challenge. They did all 90 workouts in the 90-day time frame, and they loved that program. All 3 of those women came out feeling better than ever, more courageous and ready for even more. They're also live class members. They come to live classes on Zoom. They do the AgeDEFY online workouts, but they still completed all 90 workouts in 90 days. That program is in collections. You could be like, I want to do that program, then follow it from day 1 all the way to day 90. 3 people proved that it could be done. And if you talk to those 3 people, you would know how grateful they felt to finish that program, and also just the kickstart that they needed to be where they are today. So with that said, that's in the collections. Well, what we're going to be moving into this season, because every season is a new idea that I like to put in motion. This season are going to be 7-day programs. Okay, so September, our first week begins this Monday, September 8th. It's going to be 1 week, 7 days of spine therapy. You're going to learn how to move and create movement ability in the thoracic spine, your middle spine. So you will enhance your ability to flex, will enhance your ability to extend, will enhance your ability to rotate, and will enhance your ability to side bend, lateral flexion. That will be the first 7 days. Second 7 days, the second week of September is foot therapy. 7 days of foot therapy workouts, big toe mobility, foot stability, balance work, pata banda, releve. Like your feet are going to feel it in such a good way on week 2. Week 3 is hip therapy, but without foot stability, without spine connection, there's nothing I can do for your hips. I don't believe that if you have painful hips, stiff hips, you need a hip replacement, you've had a hip replacement, I don't believe that we should just work on the hips, because that's where you feel your pain, stiffness, and or injury. So I'm not a big believer on that concept of like, if I have a hip injury, let's just work on the hips. If I have a hip injury, if I'm working with someone with a hip injury, I go to their feet and their spine, thoracic spine mobility, rib cage mobility, foot function is the top priority, especially if you have hip problems. So week 1 and week 2, and then week 3 is hip therapy. So everything we do prepares you for what's coming next. What we do in week 1, what we do in week 2 prepares you for week 3, hip therapy. And then we're going to end it starting on September 29th, the September program, with a week of lymphatic health. And perfect timing. I promise you it's going to be perfect timing. They're going to be doing lymphatic health starting on September 29th, because that starts to move into the cold and flu season, right? That starts to move into a new weather system. So with that said, you don't want to miss lymphatic health. Okay? I'm pretty excited about the month of September, and I haven't even thought about what we're going to do in October, but I can tell you it's going to be amazing, and it will be the same format. the weekly themes. We'll have a new movement therapy theme every week. So if you have an idea or if a request, you can certainly tell me in the comments. Let's talk about the comments too. If you're taking my classes,